Oh my goodness. Hello to each and every one of you. Oh my gosh. I am going to be talking about a hot topic today, and that is stop overthinking everything. Not just this opportunity, but everything, just stop overthinking it. And so because I am so passionate about this, I am going to give Facebook a little bit of time to find some of our friends, push this live out, and just bring more friends to us. So if you are catching me live, if you could hashtag live, and if you're catching the replay, if you could hashtag replay, you know it's always just as good. So as always, thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness. My hair is so frizzy today, and I'm not really sure why, because it feels amazing out here. But anyways, I am so glad you're here. We are going to talk about not overthinking opportunity. We are going to talk about not overthinking things in life, because listen, I think that's where we get so caught up. That's where a lot of the stress just comes in and just consumes us, right? And so I want you to think about what your life would look like if you didn't have to think so hard about things. So, not just money. I know I talk about money a lot, but not just money. Maybe if you didn't have to think so much about kids' schedules, or maybe if you didn't have to think so much about when you were going to get groceries, or that you didn't have to think so much about, getting your kid to wherever he or she wants to go this weekend with friends. What if we put money aside for a minute, and what if we get the ability to open up our schedule? And so when we are talking about opportunities and things, I am a person who acts really fast. I love to move. I love to pivot. I love to just see something and act on it almost immediately. And so for me, when I see an opportunity, or I see something that is going to benefit our life in any type of way, I act on it almost immediately. So I'm not a person who typically overthinks things. I know that as long as I, keep my ducks in a row, as long as I keep moving, shaking, all of that kind of stuff, everything works out for me. And one thing that I love so much is everything's always working out for me, not to me. So when something happens in my life or in the lives of those around me, that is what I always focus on. Sorry, the sun is getting a little bright. That is what I always focus on. I focus on it happened for me, not to me. And when I look at it from that perspective, it's so much easier to embrace. It's so much easier to accept, if you need to accept it. And not only that, but it's so much easier to put it behind us. To, okay, this occurred, now what? Put it behind us. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit today about how quickly and how fast we can make decisions. And when we move fast and we move quicker, things start working out in our favor a little more. For example, this opportunity, if I would have sat on this opportunity instead of going all in, we wouldn't have paid down $30,000 of debt. We wouldn't have retired me from the 9-to-5. All those things would not have happened. And not only that, but I wouldn't have this incredible community support. I wouldn't have friends pushing me every single day. I wouldn't have, all the time home with my kids. I wouldn't be able to pick my kids up from school and drop them off in the morning. And so because I was able to leave my 9 to 5 because of this opportunity, we opened up a massive amount of time back, not just to myself, but to our children. And so when I saw this opportunity, because I move fast, because I don't overthink it, because I don't think about it for weeks, months, years, and I moved, I definitely saw the fruits of that. And I see that so much. I just posted about Scott. He is retired from, his line of work, and his children are all adults or close to it. And, he jumped right into this opportunity and went all in. And look at him now. Freaking baller. I am just so excited for him. He has been showing up. He's been putting in the work. Not only that, but now he has back-to-back 5-figure sales, putting almost $10K in his pocket. And so I was chatting with a gal last night, and she said, I don't understand how you make your former annual salary in 3 sales here. So here's the thing, guys. If you're new here, I was in education before I jumped on this opportunity. And in this opportunity, we make up to $8,080 per sale. And so I only need 3 sales a year to earn my annual salary. Now, listen, I've already made more than 3 sales this year, and it's August. So in the lesser amount of time that I would have been working the entire year, I already cashed in on that amount. So that is why I'm so passionate about this opportunity. Because if you don't overthink it, you don't worry about the what ifs, the hows, the wins, all of that. You don't worry about any of that, then that is when possibilities open up. That is when your life comes to fruit. Now, listen, I know that sometimes I get like, well, Lori, I'm not like you, and that's okay. You don't have to be me. But I get things like people asking me, well, I don't move like you do. I don't jump all in. I don't think about opportunity in the way you do. And let me tell you one thing in my life that I feel like played a dramatic role in changing the way I think about life. So when I was in high school and through my college years, I was a CNA taking care of our older population. And I did this for many years, and I absolutely loved it. I love my older friends. They were absolutely incredible. But you know what I always heard? Never did they say, I wish I didn't do something. They didn't ever say that they wished they didn't do something. They always said, I wish I did. And I don't want to be at the end of my life with any sort of regret, with any sort of, well, I wish I took on that opportunity because if I did, I wonder what would have happened and how different my life would have looked like. Well, I wish I would have, dated that guy, but my parents said no, which didn't happen in my life, but it happens in some people's. And, I wish I would have taken that job. It looked so fun, and I was so excited about it, but I didn't. I don't want to be at the end of my life with those kind of regrets. I don't want to be there thinking, well, what if I did take that opportunity? And thinking about the different kind of life my family and my boys could have lived if I took an opportunity that I did not take. Because I was overthinking everything. Because I thought I didn't know who to sell to. Because I thought I didn't have what it takes. Because I thought I didn't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to be there, guys. And listen, I don't think you do either. I truly don't. And so that is my passion for this opportunity. It is truly just saying, hey, opportunity awaits. And all it's waiting for is for you to say, heck yes, I'm going all in. Because I know this opportunity is going to change my life. So stop overthinking it. You don't have to be a salesperson. You don't have to know if, when, why, how, and where. You don't have to know who to sell to. You don't have to know how to do it. You don't have to know really anything. All you have to do is say, heck yes. This is what I've been looking for. This is what's going to get me out of all the overtime I'm working, or that second job, or maybe the job that I just don't like. Maybe I love my job, but I want to go on more vacations. I need a new car. I want to own my own home instead of renting. Those things are all possible here. So if you've watched this far, thank you so much. I absolutely love you being here. Hello, Mom. I see you. I see you watching. Hello, Mom. Anyways, if you guys are at the slightest bit like, okay, I've got to know what this girl is up to. Listen, reach out to me real quick. I'm going to just get you info. You're going to view the info and you are going to decide if you want to chat about this opportunity. I'm not going to keep you in the DMs forever. We don't need to have an hour-long conversation. But what we do need to do is get you the information so you can decide if this is for you or not. And so I will see you all next time. And until then, hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Well, maybe. There we go. Bye.